Hi everyone, today we're going to go over the Rip Van Winkle extended constructive response. Make sure that you have read the story before you start this. It is in your textbook. It is also, there is a link to an online version in the OHS, so make sure that you've read it before you get started. So let's look at our writing prompt. How does Irving incorporate at least 2 American mythology characteristics into Rip Van Winkle? So we have been talking about this, so if you aren't sure, go back and look at the video on American mythology characteristics to give you some more help on this, but we talked about 4. 1 is they are set in the past, often in remote or exciting places and times. 1, they're filled with remarkable, strange, or exaggerated characters. 3, they feature incredible, heroic, impressive, magical, or mysterious events and their consequences. So these things happen, and then as a result of them, something else happens, usually something not great. And then the final one, they convey a positive message about a nation or its people. So those are the 4 that we talked about. For this writing prompt, for this assignment, you only have to write about 2. So you don't have to fill all 4 of these out. You can choose the 2 that you want to talk about and just do those. All right, so for example, if you choose that they are set in the past, often in remote or exciting places, then you want to think about how that applies to Rip Van Winkle. So give me 1 to 2 sentences to explain how Irving uses this characteristic in the story. How is the story set in the past and a remote or exciting place or time? Okay, it's just in your own words. Then right here below that, find 1 example or direct quote from the story and type it below that backs up, okay, that shows us what you said about it up here. All right, so that's 1. And then you're going to do that for the 2 that you choose. How many? 2. All right. So once you've done that, now you're going to come down and you're going to start thinking about what you need for your story, for your essay. Okay, you want your introductory paragraph to have a hook, something to draw your reader in, get them interested in that first sentence. A short description, just tell us 1 sentence about Washington Irving. And then a short definition of American mythology. We've talked about that as well. You can go back and watch the video on that too. And a thesis statement. Okay, your thesis statement should include words from the prompt up here. It should basically just be a restatement of the prompt, okay? Washington Irving uses American mythology characteristics in Rip Van Winkle, such as, and you could list the 2 that you're going to talk about. All right, so then we're going to our first body paragraph, and we are going to make a delicious quote sandwich. It's going to be so good. All right, so you're going to start off with your topic sentence. Explain the mythology characteristic that you are talking about. Then you're going to give us your lead-in. Irving writes in the story Rip Van Winkle, whatever you want to say for your lead-in, comma, I'm just going to put that here so you'll know, and then your quote, okay? 1 example, that direct quote that you put up above, that's what you want, all right? So make sure you have it in quotes. And then, the end of the paragraph, 1 to 2 sentences, and explain how your quote, the one you chose here, shows how Washington Irving used your chosen characteristic in the story. So it could take more than 1 sentence, but if it's just 1 and you get your point across, you're good to go. You're going to do the same thing for your second body paragraph, talking about your second characteristic that you chose. Same thing, okay? Tell us about the characteristic. You have your lead in, your comma, plus your quote, the one from the story that's a direct quote that shows us the characteristic that Irving used, and then you explain it below. And then finally, you write your concluding paragraph. Okay, you're going to sum up what you discussed in the first 3 paragraphs, and then write a concluding sentence, and this is just restating your thesis. You're going to put all those together below. I want to see 4 pretty little paragraphs down here. Okay, you may go up here and you may type, and that's great, but that's not what this assignment is. This is just to help you plan out. Everything up until this final page is a help you plan. I'm not grading any of this. You could turn it in with all of this stuff blank as long as don't get seasick, your 4 paragraphs down here below tell me exactly what I need to hear. Okay? Do not leave this part blank. This is the most important part because this is the part I am grading. Okay, I'm grading the paragraphs. And yes, I am definitely looking at your content, but I am also looking at your grammar, your spelling, your capitalization, all of those awesome, fun things that we've been working on all year. So please make sure that you pay attention to them. All right? All right, guys, as you know, once you turn something in, you always have a chance to redo it, but let's give it our best try the first time we turn it in. So we're going to have 4 awesome paragraphs. Good luck, and if you need help, you know where to go.